But to end off the podcast, we're going to be doing our match preview. Obviously, we have Leeds away, a very, very tough fixture in the Premier League. Look, Leeds is tough. And we won there last season. It was 2-1. And it was one of those performances where they're all over us. We got 2 goals and we sat back and we got the win. And that's all you needed to do in that game. It was actually a good performance. Like the Leeds performance last year away was very, very good. The home one, not so much. But the away one was good. It was a good performance. And they're going to have the advantage of fans in the ground again. And obviously the Leeds fans will be bouncing. And it'll be very, very tough for us. Leeds is a tough place to go. Ellen Road, as an away team, is a tough place to go. So we're going to have a tough fixture on our hands. We're going to have the home fans berating us. We're going to have our away fans trying to get the boys on, get bouncing. Our away fans are excellent. Don't let anyone tell you that our away fans are awful and they don't sing or they don't do anything, because our away fans are great. And they are definitely going to be a key factor in pushing our boys on in terms of winning that game against Leeds. Obviously, they got spanked 5-1 against Manchester United on the weekend. So confidence-wise, maybe they won't be all there. But they also did that last season. I think they lost 5-2 to Man United last season as well. And obviously, they're not as a defensive team. They're a well-oiled, well-drilled side that'll outrun you on the pitch 99 times out of 100. But they're not a fantastically defensively solid team. So I think for this game, what we do, I think personally for myself, is play the way we did in the second half against Southampton. Go with that 4-4-2. Be direct. Play them on the counter-attack. Don't play this tippy-tappy bullcrap, because it won't work against Leeds. Because Leeds are fit as fuck. They will press the hell out of you. And we cannot do that tippy-tappy crap. Michael Keane cannot be on the pitch for Leeds United, because he will get pressed out of his mind. And the ball will get stolen off of him, and we'll have Adam Armstrong 2.0. It'll be Patrick Bamford slotting one in back of the net. So we need to play direct. We need to just get the ball to our third of the pitch and get it to Dom, get it to Richie, get it to Andros, get it to Damari. And we just need to play the way we did in the second half. More intensity, more of this, less of this sidewards tippy-tappy bullcrap, more of this direct, aggressive football. Counter-attacking as well. Because, great, that's what we did under Carlo last year against Leeds. Leeds away. We sort of sat back, soak up the pressure, and then just got at them on the counter-attack. And that's what we did to a lot of teams last year away, and it worked. So I think we can definitely look at the Carlo blueprint, add a little Rafa in there, and then use that in our advantage to go ahead and win this game. We'll obviously have hopefully have the 5 players back from isolation for that game against Leeds. Obviously, we had no Gabaman, no Godfrey, which was a big miss, no James, no Moise Keane, and I don't know about the 5th player. I'm not too sure who the 5th player was in isolation, but those 4 in particular, coming back into the squad will be a massive plus. Obviously, Ben Godfrey was a massive miss on the weekend. He is a massive miss. He's our best centre back. I think him and Yeremina are our best centre-back pairing, and I hope that's the centre-back pairing that starts on the weekend, and not Michael Keane and Mason Holgate. I think that Mina and Godfrey are our best centre-backs. If Mina can stay fit, and obviously Godfrey's a beast, them 2 are our best centre-backs. I do not want to see Michael Keane and Mason Holgate against Leeds United on the weekend, because they will get bullied again. They got bullied by Che Adams and Adam Armstrong. They will get bullied by Patrick Bamford and that Leeds squad, because they are fit. And not fit as in they look good. I mean, granted, they're good looking lads, but they're fit as in they're conditioned to run around the pitch for 90 minutes and probably 90 minutes more than that. Marcelo Bielsa has them drilled to a T, and they will be all over Mason Holgate and Michael Keane if they start on the weekend. Yerry Mina is a ball magnet. He is someone that sniffs out danger. He just gets the ball out of there. If the ball's up high in the air, he'll head it out. If the ball's down low, he'll make a block or he'll hoof it out of defense. He won't play around with it like Michael Keane did on the weekend, or like Michael Keane did again against Man City last game of last season. So I think that Ben Godfrey and Yerry Mina need to be the centre backs to start this game. We need a new centre back pairing. It can never be Michael Keane and Mason Holgate again. So, and obviously Ben Godfrey, we know what Ben Godfrey gives. He gives everything for the shirt. He has pace. He's a big lad. He's a strong presence, and he's a future Everton captain. I'm just saying it right now. He's future Everton captain. I love that man. I love that man so much. But yeah, obviously we need to be playing that way that we did in the second half of that Southampton game. And I think for a lot of the second half, we saw signs there that sort of led to this sort of belief in the system that we were playing in that second half. And I think that the players responded well to whatever Rafa said in that second half. And I think that they reacted well to the change in system as well. And I think that if we continue that sort of streak of playing the way that we did against Leeds, it'll only bode well for us. I think that deliveries from Andros is going to be very, very critical in the game against Leeds. I think that Leeds, you look at Leeds, right? They play this sort of like 4-1-4-1 formation with Calvin Phillips playing in front of the 4 at the back, and then sort of the rest of the 5 just sort of push and they press, and they do that so well. But for what it's worth, I don't think their centre-backs are all that good. Liam Cooper and Robin Koch, I don't think they're the best of centre-backs in the world. So if you have someone like Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richie playing on those two guys, I think that they can definitely cause problems. And their centre-backs as well, Dallas and Ayling, they like to bomb on. They are attacking-minded fullbacks that, while yes, do defensive duties, that is not their job. So, and then yeah, they have Junior Firpo as well, who's still acclimating to the Premier League. So with Junior Firpo coming up against someone like Andros Townsend and Seamus Coleman down that right-hand side, I think that'll be very beneficial to us, especially because he'll look to want to bomb forward as well. And then you have Demarai Gray and Luca Dean off the left-hand side attacking Luke Ayling. So I think for this game, again, sit back, soak up some pressure from Leeds, and then just go at them, direct counter-attack. Have Allen be sitting there in the 6 sort of role, cleaning up that midfield area in front of the back 4, and then have Decore bomb on as well and join the attack. Because think about it, right? You have that back 4 and they're sort of solid there, and you have Allen in front of them and they're sort of just sitting there, they're solid, they're soaking up the pressure, they're breaking down the play that Leeds want to do. And then you have Decore bombing on, you have Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison causing problems for their 2 centre-backs, and you have Luca Dean, and you have Demarai Gray, Andros Townsend, Seamus Coleman bombing up from those wings. I think we definitely cause some problems. They're very sort of, I wouldn't say they're exclusively a team that plays down the middle, but a lot of their plays down the middle, and that's because of their formation, right? And I think that the bombing on of the wingers and Rafinha is going to be a problem for us, and I think that even to a certain extent, Patrick Bamford will be a problem with us. If we play Yerry Mina and Ben Godfrey, I'll be a little bit more sort of happy with that pairing coming up against Patrick Bamford. But I think that Rafinha is going to be a definite issue. He's a really, really good player, someone that I really, really like. And I think that he's going to be a problem for this Everton defense coming into this game. But I think, again, take the blueprint from last year's game. Soak up the pressure, play direct, play fast, and get balls into the box for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Because again, as I said, I don't think those 2 centre-backs for Leeds United are going to do anything against Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison. We get balls into the box, we get balls in troubled areas, they're going to cause some damage against that centre-back pairing. So we play to our strengths. We don't play their game, we play our game. Essentially is what I'm saying here. We don't play that tippy-tappy crack because it's not going to work, because they're just going to be all over us and we don't have the players that's capable to do the tippy-tappy crap. So we need to just play direct, just get the ball to the man, don't play the pass into space, pass to the man, and we just go at them. We come at them with intensity. Obviously for the first 20 or so minutes, they will have a big boost because they're in their home, they have the fans on their back, they'll have a bit of a boost there. So we need to sort of negate that sort of push that they'll have and that adrenaline that they'll have within the first 15-20 minutes, and sort of as soon as that sort of fire burns out, then we go at them. And I think that this game is going to be a very close contested game. Obviously, we're not Manchester United, so I don't expect us to put 5 goals past them. But what I did see from the Manchester United game was a Leeds team that, well, yes, ran around the pitch a lot, and they got some decent opportunities. Not a whole lot, but they got some decent opportunities. Man United just ran all over them. As soon as that first goal went in, and as soon as the second goal went in, and granted, they scored one back, and it was just sort of like that Man United team didn't do anything too special. They just sort of played direct. And like Leeds obviously pressed them and all that sort of stuff, but Man United didn't do anything special. They have special players. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes was key. Paul Pogba was key for them. But what they did was they just sort of gave it to their players and then let their creative players do what they did. And they just did hard running, balls in behind the defense. And as I said, that defense didn't really do much. Liam Cooper on FPL's got a -1 score. I didn't even know that was possible. I only started playing FPL this year. I didn't even know minus scores are possible. So I think they will learn. Leeds will learn from that defeat to Man United. But I also don't know if they will that much, because that's happened before. Leeds United are not a team that will defend. They're not a very good defensive team. So if we play on the counter-attack, get at them direct football, we're going to come out of this game on top. And I genuinely believe that. People before the season were starting saying that Leeds are going to get European spots. I didn't see anything from that Leeds team against Man United to show me that they are going to be a European team. They concede too many goals. I'm not trying to bash on Leeds United, because Everton are no better. But they're not a good defensive team. And we have players in Richie, in Dom, in Townsend, in Damari Gray that can really, really hurt them and threaten them attacking-wise. So I think, again, play to our strengths, soak the pressure, play them on the counter-attack, and I think that's what we're going to do. I think we need to take that blueprint from that second half. That second half cannot just be a one-off performance. We cannot... that second half against Southampton, sorry, that cannot be a one-off performance. That cannot be something that we just did and then forgot about that we did, like it would have been under Carlo Ancelotti. We need to play to our strengths. We know where the strengths in our squad are. The strengths in our squad are getting the ball into the box and letting Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison run riot in there. So we need to play to that. I think in terms of a score prediction, I think I'm confident enough to go on with a 2-0 win. I think 2-0 is a solid result. Maybe even 1-0. I'm going to stick with 2-0. I'm going 2-0 Everton to win that game. And that'll be 2 games out of 2 that we win to start the Premier League season. And obviously the next week we have Brighton. So I think this Leeds game is definitely the hardest game out of the 3 opening games. It's the game that's going to bring us the most sort of competition. I believe so. But I hope that we will definitely come away with the win. So Everton to win that game 2-0. I'm confident, especially after what I've seen in that second half. I'm confident that Rafa will set the team up in a way that'll give us the win, and I'm confident that throughout the game he'll be able to coach us through that game as well and make changes where needed, which is what we saw in that Southampton game. So I'm confident in the Everton 2-0 win to us.
Me and Lil J, we Scotty MJ. Bashing the rock, we hitting the fade. Pull up in a whip with 21 bays. Here color bastards, 21 days. Gun you boy, I know he's a waste. Baby, I know that you want a little taste. I know you want all the bass in your face. Brand new bag and brand new nails. Me and Lil J, we Scotty MJ. Bashing the rock, we hitting the fade. Pull up in a whip with 21 bays. Here color bastards, 21 days.